SuperTalkTV.com. And if you're looking to watch a movie, we got you covered. We got Tanya back. You vacated, I vacated. So it's been a minute. And then the holidays. And
I know.
So I feel like there's so much to catch up on. I will say, I know this one's an old one. We took the girls to see Puss in Boots, and it was so cute.
Wasn't it?
It was my only homework I've done over the last 3 weeks. But I know there's been a lot more to catch up on that. But how are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, lots to talk about.
Yes, lots to talk about. There's not a whole lot going on in the theater this weekend as far as new releases. But before we get to that, I had the opportunity to go to the Critics' Choice Awards Sunday.
Fun.
So it was great. Great list of winners to talk about. The best picture was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which seems to be the one that's
picking up steam. Steam.
So I feel like we're getting Oscar nominations. It's either next week or the next. I think it's next week. So I feel like we're going to hear that movie's name called a lot. Best actor was Brendan Fraser, who played George of the Jungle that we just heard. Best actress, Cate Blanchett for Tar. Supporting actor was Ke Huy Quan.
You worked on that one.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And the cool thing about him is he was the little kid in one of the Indiana Jones
Short
movies.
Round.
Yes. And so now he's all grown up. He's been out of the business for the most part for the past 25 years. And, looking for a job, nobody would hire him. And the two guys that directed this movie started thinking about him like, hey, I wonder what happened to him. And one thing leads to the other. And here you go. He's got this potentially Oscar-nominated role. And then supporting actress, which I was so excited about, is Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever, Black Panther. So a lot of great winners. And, they also do television awards, which I'm not a part of that group, but I'm a TV fan. So I was super excited because Better Call Saul won a lot of acting, ensemble, and Best Series Award. So that was kind of fun to see all those people.
Did anybody that you voted for get snubbed?
Yes, I will admit I voted for Austin Butler for Elvis. And of course he didn't win. But I was glad to see Brendan win because that's the problem. There's so many great performances.
But didn't he just win a Golden Globe?
Yes, he did win the Golden Globe. So, and that's another thing. It's like, I like it when different actors win different things.
It's not a sweep.
That way everybody gets a little bit of medal,
I understand. So what's been going on the big screen the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, so last week I wasn't here, so we didn't get to talk about A Man Called Otto.
Is that out?
Yeah, it's the new Tom Hanks movie, and it is such a heartwarming movie. He plays a guy, and Tom can do anything. I mean, he just can transform, and you really believe he is who, you forget that you're looking at Tom Hanks. He's so good. But he plays a guy who's a widower, and he is depressed, misses his wife, and attempts to take his own life several times unsuccessfully. And he's, kind of planning to do it again when he meets these neighbors that suddenly become his family, and he gets involved reluctantly in their lives, and before you know it, he's got a new family. So it's just a really, really sweet, uplifting movie. It is PG-13. And it's long. It's a little over 2 hours.
Is it streaming anywhere?
It's not streaming yet. So right now you'll have to go to the theater if you want to see it. And I definitely recommend it. It's a good one. To me, it kind of gave me Forrest Gump vibes. I mean, different movie for sure, but it's just one of those that kind of makes you feel good.
And you love you love him.
Yeah. And the big new release this weekend is called Missing. I don't
doing it.
I know it's too realistic. But a few years ago we had Searching, and this was about a dad who was looking for his missing daughter. This is a standalone sequel, and in this one it's reversed. A daughter is looking for her missing mom, and so Nia Long stars as the mom and Storm Reed as the daughter. and she disappears in Colombia while she's on vacation with a new boyfriend. And so her daughter uses all of the resources that she has, all the technical resources, to try to put together and figure out what's happened to her mom. And of course, along the way, she finds out some things about her mother she didn't know, some things about other people she didn't know. And, so it's very suspenseful, interesting, and like you said, a little too close to home.
I've seen the trailers for it, and I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. Or you should, and you should take notes in case you wind up being the one that needs to find somebody.
Yeah, for sure. And the interesting thing about it, Searching that was out a few years ago, that was one of the first movies. The entire movie was like a screen, like a device screen. And so, you were constantly seeing texts and Facebook pages.
An interview between the mom and the daughter in that movie, and I don't think anywhere in the movie, I don't know how it ends, but very few scenes, if any, they're actually in a scene together.
Yeah. And so because of that, these movies are not really expensive to make. So even if they don't come out on top this weekend, and it probably will not because Avatar is still going strong, it's still out there. I mean, it's still going to make enough money to
pay for itself.
Yeah, it's going to be a
I feel like
success.
it'd be a good streamer too, though, for all of the junkies out there who enjoy the crime and the just Dateline-y kind of things.
Yeah, for sure. And if you just like a good whodunit, this is a good one to check out for sure.
So is Avatar earning its money?
Oh yeah, it keeps breaking records every week.
I want to see it. It's just a commitment.
It is. It really is. But I can assure you, it is worth it.
I've heard that from several people.
Yeah, to me, if you didn't like the first one, and so many people that I've talked to in the last month or so did not like the first one, and that's kind of where I was. And I thought, well, I'm giving it another shot, and I watched it again. I still didn't just love it, but I think I liked it more. But this new one, Way of Water, is just excellent. Really, really well done.
Is there anything coming up behind it, or?
Yeah, we've got a couple more things. As far as January, the only other big new release is next weekend. It's called Women Talking. This is one that it was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award, along with some of the actresses that are in it. But it's about a religious group of Mennonite women. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But there are crimes being committed in their little colony. And so they have to decide, are we going to stay here and fight? Or are we going to stay here and do nothing? Or are we going to leave? So that's what it's about.
So based on a true story of any kind?
It
has to be, yeah.
It is, and it's adapted from a book that was written a couple of years ago. And I've seen it. It's one of those, it's a lot of big-time actors in it. Of course, I'm drawing a blank, but the original Queen Elizabeth on The Crown, she's in it. Jessie Buckley, but just fantastic performances, and it seems like every award show a different group is nominated, and I'm like, how in the world do you decide who to pick out? Because everybody is really, really good in it. But February, we've got some big ones. The first one is 80 for Brady.
I was just going to ask, is that not out yet? They are pushing that PR.
Yes, they are. And I feel like it's going to do really well. It looks really cute. And then Knock at the Cabin. This is the new M. Night that will probably hurt cabin rentals for a while after people go and see that one. We have another Magic Mike movie coming out in February. Titanic is being re-released for the 25th anniversary. And the one that I'm probably the most excited about, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Is that his daughter in the previews with him, or is that like another girlfriend?
You talking about Paul Rudd?
Yes.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I think that was...
I called it not being able to fully focus on it.
The Wasp is his girlfriend.
Got it.
Yeah, so...
is she the same person as in the last one?
I think so. I haven't heard of any casting changes, so... Maybe she did
her hair different.
Yeah, I know that there are some where she's got short hair and some where she's got longer. And I don't know if any of that has to do with the jump, the snap, all that...
on vacation, we watched Jurassic Park World Dominion, the last one.
Yeah.
The people I were with had never seen Jurassic Park. So they're great bookends. So we went all the way back to the first one.
Oh, good.
And introduced them to that one. I'll have to say, if you haven't watched it, even if you haven't watched any in the middle, they do a really nice job of paying homage to the first one.
Yes.
I thought that. I know I'm way behind, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed that sort of flashback. All right, we got a lot to enjoy. Got a busy, I guess, week coming up of movies too, so we'll see you back next week.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all stick with us. We got a little bit more for you.